Mike Gill, State of Corruption. Laundry Day. What does Laundry Day mean? Well, let me explain. For instance, everything we've been saying about the banking commission, the drug dealers, the corrupt politicians, right? The courts, they're cleaning. They're cleaning up their crimes. They're covering up those crimes because they know a new day's coming. A President Trump is coming. That's right. Turns out Mr. Trump's a big fan of State of Corruption. Right. So, if what I'm telling you is true, and they were guilty of all of what I'm saying, across the board, they quite normally would have to be hiding and covering up evidence and knowing where all the holes were. Right. To shut them down. I mean, that would be your concern. Leaks, evidence, and trust me, it is. And what I've been doing, drilling leaks and grabbing evidence. So let's see how they reacted to our accusations. Now, we've made a lot over the years, across the board. But let's see what they're doing to them right now. Because right now, within a few days, we get a new president. Let's look at it. The drugs? Well, how are they covering up what Aganos, Cruz, and Kreiners in the hospital with Walker and Kakavas? You know what they do? You see me go to the DEA and hand them the evidence. Shortly after that, you see a big tractor trailer. We put a video of it called Full of It. And we got John DeLana from the DEA saying, hey, look what we got. Hey, John, where'd you get it? You didn't tell us. You said good doctor, bad doctor. We'd like to know who the bad doctors are. See, it could be bad hospitals and bad lawyers and bad drug dealers. See? So now if the heat's coming, you got to get rid of the inventory and you got to make it look good. What's better than the DEA and John DeLana go, hey, look what we did. Hey, John, what the fuck did you do? Where is it? Where'd you get it? We want to know. There's another cover-up. Well, Jesus, if you're selling drugs and you're making all that money, what have I been saying? Banking department laundering? Well, I said that banking commissioner Perlow was a drug launderer. You know what he did? Resigned. Right. Didn't say he was innocent. And then they have Jerry Little. If you watch Doing the Laundry, I turned around and told about FRM and Little was Sununu's boy and he was going to cover it up. This pinhead was a state senator, wrote a bill that went into law. And you know what it affected? His new job as the banking commissioner. We don't have to audit credit unions. Right. Banks anymore. He just released himself from any culpability. You know why? Because they know they're all laundering for drugs. Bingo. And he doesn't want to take a job that he's going to go to jail. So he turns around and says, hey, I didn't know, that was before me. Bullshit. He's the cover. Jerry Little. See? Doing the laundry still. Now, what did we say? They needed to know where the leaks are. What better way to find the leaks than have Judge Delker order me to give the personal information of each and every one of our witnesses, even though he knew the danger. He knew the level of what these witnesses were protecting, like murder for hire. Right. And, we got 2 murders on the witness list. And what did he do? All 46. He releases the information, gives it to Shaheen and Gordon. They're threatening the witnesses. I know they're calling me. They're texting me in fear. And then what does Delker do? Recuses himself. That's doing the laundry. He got them the witness information. He got them the leaks. Right? Listen, this can't happen if they're not 100% guilty. You can't have a hole without a leak. Let's go on. Then Anderson's in Brentwood with him. Anderson was on the DRA in the banking department complaints against me. Well, these are the same pinheads who offered me $50 million. You got it? This is what happens when you say no. Richard Head from the AG's office The AG's office is the cleaning crew. They're in charge. Foster, Richard Head and Dick Tracy, a couple of the evilest bastards you'll ever want to meet. One was the police chief in Manchester. This is what they do. They cover and they intimidate. So Head put these 2 suits on me to quiet me down. Anderson took the money from my account to shut the business down. But again, it's the cover team. Because if you're covering up, what you've got to do is stop the flow of information. Me. Okay. Now he's working with Brian Toomey. This is Richard Head, who again was my VP. Working with the DRA and the Banking Commission to corrupt the company. See? I caught Brian Toomey. We turned around and had him arrested with the Plastow Police Department only to let him go. He can't go to jail. He's got to go because he can get you into the banking department. He was working criminally with the IRS. In fact, I'm going to let you listen to a brief tape with the IRS with Tim Campus. Tim Campin is the Adjutant General of the IRS, and he's saying we have a mole in our company. You see how corrupt and high level this is? This brings us to the top people of the IRS, Mr. Trump, that are leveraging people, right, that are acting criminally themselves. We have him on tape.
I don't care. My concern is the wrong thing. They're the wrong thing and had. So that's something I did not accept you. In one capacity, you want me to write up like a memo, email. Good times, Tim. This is gonna be your case. I had to call him, Chris, and I'm gonna tell him like we have a plan. We have an undercover here.
And now, Brian Toomey. He give you the banking. He give you the AGs. He give you the IRS. Yeah, but you gotta have to find him first. Remember? We got an empty house we discovered last week. He used my money that he stole to pay for it. He's on the run. You understand what Brian Toomey gives you? The AG's office. It goes right to Ayotte and Foster. Richard Head would give you that. Richard Head would take you into banking. You'd get the drug dealing. Why do you think Richard Head right now is in California? Right, and we don't even know where Brian Toomey is. But President Trump, he can find them. That's right, see? So this can fall apart and will fall apart. Let's go on with the cover. We're still cleaning, right? Blocking the evidence. They need the evidence. So they're taking it from us. Did you see the FBI video? How many times have I gone to the FBI, knocked on the door? Hello, Mike Gill, running for governor. You hear me put the speaker on, whole thing. Parking lot full of cars. They can't accept the evidence. Or you'd have to look at the crimes. Do you think they're not taking the evidence because it isn't true? They would then. Because they would prove that the politicians and the lawyers in the law firm, the drug dealers are innocent. Right? If you wanted to prove they're innocent, you would have taken the evidence. So, and you see the DEA do the same thing. Oh, so in other words, we're cleaning the money, we're getting the witnesses, we're finding out what evidence they have. Okay? Look what else we were saying. We said the election was corrupt. Then immediately after, for instance, there's going to be a photo we pulled of Gardner that simply creeps me out. Just me. And then they found another photo and gave it to me, and it was even more creepier. But understand this. This guy's in trouble. They told me I couldn't file that day, which was a lie, and they did it on video. So what happened is they blamed the woman in Derry. She's a voter fraud. Out of all the towns in the state, it was the one that I said was fraudulent. See, it's the cover again. DCYF, how corrupt did I tell you that was? Have you been reading the paper lately? And how it is coming up corrupt and they're pointing fingers at one another? See, that's what also happens when you get close. Don't ever think that we can't do this. Their size is what protects them. It's their size that's going to sink them. And I want you to take a second. Again, in the idea of the possibility, and Mr. Trump, we can do this nationally. This in New Hampshire will be a model of opening up state of corruptions in each and every state across the country. But we're going to do it by showing them that it can be done in this state. You pick out a few witnesses that I will give you. We give them immunity. They all go to jail. You find Brian Toomey, they all go to jail. Brian Toomey and Kerry Lemieux were giving them my schedule to try to murder me. Right? You get that. The banking department, the AG, you get that again. Richard Head, we give that pinhead immunity. He gives you AOP, Banking Commission, AG's office, DCYF, family courts, all of it. Not too hard to give. A little immunity. In fact, we can take them all down that way. Mike Gill, State of Corruption on cleaning day.